The first normal form says that each cell in a row should have a single value and we cannot have repeated columns. Now look at the tags column in the courses table. Here we're violating this rule because we're going to store multiple tags in this column and separate them using a comma. So we're going to have multiple values in this cell or attribute. What if we have multiple columns like tag 1, tag 2, tag 3? Well, the problem with this approach is that we don't know ahead of time how many tags each course is going to have. What if in the future we want to add the 4th tag to a course? Then we'll have to come back here and modify our design. Plus, there is no guarantee that this will not happen again. So this approach is not scalable. And this is why the first normalization form says that we cannot have repeated columns. To solve this problem, we need to take this tags column out of this table and model it as a separate table called tags. And then we'll add a many-to-many relationship between tags and courses. So let me add a new table here. Let's rename this to tags. Now we need to add a primary key to this table. We're going to call that tag ID. Now, what should be the type of this column? Well, it depends how many tags we're going to have in this database. And that's a question we need to ask the business. Are these tags going to be created by end users or the admins? If they're going to be created by end users, it's likely that they're going to grow pretty quickly. But in this case, let's assume that these tags are going to be created by our admins, and we're going to have only a maximum of 50 to 60 tags. So we can use a tinyInt for this column. Now, when we try to add another column, MySQL Workbench automatically changes this back to integer. This is because I think there is a bug in MySQL Workbench. It acts a little bit flaky at times. So to fix this, you need to set the data type over here. So back to the first column, make sure to select that. Then type tinyInt here and remove the parentheses. Enter. Okay, now it's updated here. Next, we need to add the name column, and we set its type to varchar of 50 to be consistent. And obviously, we need to mark this as not null. Beautiful. So here's our tags table. Now we need to add a many-to-many relationship between the courses and the tags tables. And that's a topic for the next lecture.